Allegiant Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jair Alexander. But he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this goal. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted.
Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
Exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area and it winds up incomplete.
Play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 7.
Off play action. Strong. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double and pick up 6.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
3rd down and 1. They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Mahomes firing complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackle.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Tyree Wilson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Third down and 13. Mahomes going to throw. And that will be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tucker. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Chris Jones on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5. First carry of the game for Zamir White. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains, didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0, our score after one. Now a 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Shoves him aside. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage, and running another 4th down, they decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, anyway, possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. In motion right is Tony. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This ball deep for Tony. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Strong. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Strong. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go with White on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
In motion right, one of the tight ends. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Down play, nets a -4.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Back to throw. Strong. And even further, it's 27-0 now. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next. This to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here is third down and 4. Looking to throw. Strong. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down and 3. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Second and 10. Throwing again. Strong. Still going inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
First down, here's White. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. Trying to root those guys out of there.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 8. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and 2, Strong. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The credit Chris Barnes rushing in there and hitting him for a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Yellow. 15. Let's get it. Let's go.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
15.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
34, Chiefs 8.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Strong. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tucker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders extend their lead yet again. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll go up the middle with White, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Well, over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Chris Jones, the All-Pro, in on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And Zappi to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Washington. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Carlson able to put this one through. So that, Charles, season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The tight end in motion right.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a toss left for Pacheco. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. They toss it to Pacheco. Runs over him. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point in the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete